So we're going to look at the compatibility of the new Wildlands, Aranthor Mountains Escarpments with a bunch of other pieces. So here's our escarpment. Let's see how it works with our new forest pieces. So thanks to... Here's forest, here's escarpment. So at the base level, if you want, you can build your escarpments right on there. It works. You can go up one level, something like that. If you want to do inline, you can use our trifecta ledges, forest trifecta ledge, boom, like that. If you want to go up one more level, you can use a swamp bank, forest, and use a transition. Works well with the new forest. Check. All right, let's look at this. Let's look at the new mountain escarpments with the old escarpments from the Dread Hollow Forest. Here the old, here the new. They have the same profile, so they line up really nice, with the exception of our new trifecta ledge area. However, if you throw a trifecta ledge in there, now they have essentially the same footprint, and you can throw some forest floors up against the base there. These curves play really nicely together. Throw a trifecta on there. They work like a charm. Side corner and concave, basically doing the same thing. We can mix and match if you want. You go new, old. In fact, you can use the old concave very easily in line with our new escarpments. Give you another tight concave option. You can also dress these with some swamp banks, even more compatibility. Work together very nicely. Like that. You're going to have to use your trifectas if you want these to play together. But once you have a trifecta on, they work like a charm. Let's put this guy in. Everything lines up very nice and cleanly, and it gives you some great variations on your escarpment runs. So, old escarpments, new escarpments, check. Now let's look at these escarpments with our old Aranthor Mountain pieces. So, first we have an Aranthor Mountain floor, our new floors. We have 2x2 floors to give you some more compatibility. The old floors had 4x4, 8x8, didn't have 2x2s. We now have 2x2s. Gives you a lot of building options. You can build directly on top of your old mountain floors, as such. All right, so let's look at the escarpments with the old Aranthor cliffs. So the first thing you'll notice is the cliffs are 40 millimeters high. These are 50 millimeters high. This is where the ledges come in. So we have a whole new series of Aranthor ledges, which are designed to fit with the old Aranthor cliffs. They actually have the same footprint as the cliffs, so you can use them to get your old cliffs, let's put this over here, up to the exact same height as the new escarpments, which is going to give you a whole bunch of building possibilities. You can take this to one of these guys, maybe knock that down one. We have a bunch of new Aranthor pieces designed also to help these with compatibility. So you can do a thing like that. They go into something like this. Let's do like a... we also have our new rock lump, which plays really nicely with the old this, do something like this. Back to the escarpments. What else could we do? We could take the rock lumps, nestle them up against the side of this, something like that, like that. We could put concave. Here. You can use your Aranthor pieces to kind of to break up or do some real like tricky, more technical building up and around tops your things, or just use it for scatter. You can use this to terminate a long run. If we're doing this, we could have it here, like that. Put a couple of ledges. You could use this to make a mountain entrance, something like that. Let's do it like this. Let's go that way. Something like that. Do that and that. Or we could build. Maybe build into the side of a. Let's go to the side of a cliff. Build it in there. Nice little cave, and then we can build like that. Keep going. So the old Aranthor cliffs just give you lots of little pieces to do some fiddly technical building in around your big, beefy escarpment pieces. So lots of fun compatibility there. Let's see how these escarpments work with our caverns pieces. So the very obvious connectivity is to use the concave in cave mode. So you have your big mountains built out here. Build a passage fits right into it, or you could use a large one, or you could just make a little cave like that. Or you could build right up against the back of it if you wanted. Transition in your caves. Another thing you could do, if you're building on top of floors, so let's say we have a big build out here. Players are out here, they've got to work their way into this cave. Pop the floor to this thing, pop it up here, put your passage down here, and then you can put your floors on top of it and actually have it underneath, and then reveal it as the players get there. You can remove the floors and show them what is underneath. And it lines up really nice. These floors line up here. Similarly, you can use the hidey hole cliff piece to transition into the caverns, or to transition into the burrows if you've got them. All right, compatibility with caverns, check. So let's see how the escarpments work with the castle. So the basic thing we could do is let's take these. Take 4 little guys. Put a castle tower up there. Maybe you want a way to get up there. I could offset it by 1. Have them going there. You could also build a castle wall up along here and have this be a nice sheer cliff down. We'll have to do a full build on that. It'll be a fun one. Another fun one we could do is put this little guy down. That. lots of really good ways to build your castle with these. And the biggest one is you can take the battle boards and use them as a base to build your castle. Those are super flat, so they can be a great foundation for your castle, and then build up and around it with all of the escarpments to dress it up. But that'll have to be a whole build for another day. Compatibility with castles? Check. All right, let's see how these mountain pieces play with your city pieces. So, you can obviously place them on top. If you want to put them in line, you can surround them with the 2x2s. Build it in line. You can also obviously place them build a thing. Alright, so you can do something like this, and you could build them on top of a cliff. I don't know who would build their house there, but you could. But if you want to get a little more interesting, let's say we wanted to build them in line here with them. So we could, let's knock this off by one. So these are only, this is 4 inches. Those are 6 inches, right? I want to do something like this. So I'm going to put 4 stilts down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop this guy in the stilts. And then we're going to use the 1x3. Pop it there. Pop this guy around. Like this. And off we go. And then in the back here we can put a couple of stilts and a couple of 2x2 floors. And then you built your house right in line with your escarpments. We could also do something with streets and the like. So compatibility with City Builder, check. And that's the compatibility of the new Wildlands Aranthor Mountains escarpments with a bunch of other pieces.
Thanks for watching.